Okay, our last lightning talk of the day. Retire the sidecar, why observability needs to ride up front. Phil from Mezmo.
Hey, how's it going? So, real quick, this is going to be hopefully a little quicker than 10 minutes, but we'll see. So sidecars as a concept, in terms of observability, we're all always, hey, let's just, when in doubt, we're going to log it. When in doubt, we're going to actually measure just about everything we possibly can. And then what will end up happening is we'll always end up leaving debug or trace, and it will just perpetually eat up all of our storage and our bandwidth for days on end until somebody finds it, typically once we've actually spent a bill. What ends up happening is all you end up with is white noise. If you've ever been on an incident, like any number of us in this room, I'm sure, all you're doing is trying to figure out what's the source of the problem, what's the source of either the customer outage, the internal storage is down, or the database is screwed up, or anything whatsoever that could possibly happen. It has, forgive me, my notes aren't actually on my computer because I don't know Macs. Let's see. It's going to make everything obscure, and eventually you're just really not going to be able to gain any efficiency in any of your debugging processes whatsoever. We like to think there's a better way. We can abstract the collection setup away from Kubernetes operators, make it a little bit more easy for you guys to deploy some stuff. We can create some more abstractions that allow not only people to allow us to, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Introduce our own, we have our own MCP that we can introduce. You guys can use your own AI agents. We have ours. Things actually work out pretty well the way we kind of have everything set up. So let's just actually take a dive. I was contemplating doing a live thing, but honestly, for a 10-minute lightning talk, that wasn't really going to work out very well. It's a little pixelated, but basically you can kind of see here, when you're using our AI agent, you're going to say, okay, tell me anything about pipelines that we have running currently, and it's going to give me a list of all the different pipelines I have. And then I'm going to say, cool story, guy. I require assistance. Please tell me how I'm going to reduce my overall costs. Right now, he's just going to give me a list of different things that I can do. Well, I actually wanted you to do a little bit more than that. I wanted you to tell me to analyze any of my traffic patterns so that I can actually save money. So it's actually going to take a look at my data and say, hey, you've got at least these two things right here. You've got debug turned on Kong. You've got ClickHouse sending data at an info level that you probably also don't need. Looks like it's very repetitive. So let's go ahead and take care of some of that stuff. So we can do just that. When we set up, if you see in the middle there, we've got some traffic shaping. We've got some sampling of data. On the left side, you see that I've got, I've been scraping a whole bunch of logs off of my Kubernetes systems. I'm dropping a bunch of stuff from core DNS because it's always chatty, almost no matter how you set it up. I'm rerouting debug and trace logs. We're dropping all of that in our garbage. We're even going to go so far as sample only 10% of our info logs, and I'm now decreasing the amount that I'm pulling off of my systems before I even send it anywhere, whether that's to S3, whether that's to our log analysis product, whether that's to Azure, or anywhere else that you end up wanting to send it. All in the endeavor of trying to actually just save some money on the things that we're trying to do. Oh, that just went out. And another thing that you can do is you really end up wanting to just enable your developers to be able to use their telemetry as they see fit. Whether you're going to be using OTel, whether you're going to have them the more traditional like logging set up to standard out or standard error in Kubernetes. People use Fluent, people use syslog, people who want to use HTTP generic collectors. However you want to send it up, we have a couple of more things there. But the whole point of our edge system is to allow developers to use the things that they want to use, and even for developer stuff like CI/CD systems, anything that's going to help them use the tools better, anything that's going to help you control your costs better, is how we're trying to set this product up. so that it's a little bit easier not only to administer, a little bit easier to use, less having to go worry about, okay, how am I going to set up this regex on this collector? How am I actually going to set up my hotel? We abstract all that stuff away from you so that you can do it on your own. That's really about it. I might even be less than 5 minutes. So that's it. Thanks, everyone.